Hey everyone, welcome back for another live broadcast for the Portrait Masters Conference. I'm so excited to be back with you again. I'm sure you had a great time with Nikki hosting last week. I already see people are tuning in from Charlotte, North Carolina, West Bend, Boise, Idaho, Germany, international, Missouri, North Carolina, Pasadena, which is basically Los Angeles, Maine, Hawaii, and I just want to send my love out to anyone in Hawaii, particularly those in Maui with the fires, and I think there might be things going on the Big Island too. UK, we have Ginger from Michigan, we have Texas, so many people from so many places. Please let us know where you are tuning in from and let us know, do you have your ticket to the Portrait Masters Conference? Will we be seeing you in September? I hope you have your ticket. If you don't have your ticket yet, why are you still on the fence? What are you waiting for? Let me know in the chat. And if you do have your ticket, yay, let us know because we want to celebrate you. We cannot wait to see you. This conference is shaping up to be so special and really a unique one since it is the last one that Sue is going to be teaching at. So we are really excited to make this one happen. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, I'm Ashleigh Taylor. I am an official mentor in the portrait system, and I'm an educator in the Portrait Masters store. I'm teaching a breakout class at the Portrait Masters conference this year, and I'm just so excited to be here with you again, hosting this live. And this week, we have news about TPM. We have guests. We actually, that slide is wrong. We have Damaly Shepherd on as our guest. She's amazing. She has a new course in the Portrait Master store, which I can't wait for her to tell you about. And she's teaching a breakout as well. And we have giveaways happening. So you definitely want to stay to the end. We're also going to announce the giveaways of the big online contest that we just had. So definitely stay to the end so you can hear all of that. And I know this is, going into our several weeks into doing these lives. So I'm going to keep it as short as possible today, but still get you all the information you need. So I want to tell you that today I said they're going to be giveaways. I just want to clarify that we're going to give away 3 tickets to people engaging in the chat. So 3 full conference tickets. That is an $1,800 value. So you definitely want to stay and watch till the end to make sure you can win. And the way you win is tell us in the comments what you're excited about for TPM this year and make sure you include the hashtag TPM 2023. And then we'll announce those prizes at the end, and you can claim them by emailing support@theportraitmasters.com. So here we've been having a little contest in the not a contest but a poll competition, I guess, of voting in the Facebook group that is just for attendees of the conference. And we were trying to decide on the theme of our silent disco costume party. It's always epic every single year. And Yacht Rock won this year. So I'm going to tell you why remembering that phrase, Yacht Rock, is important. But get excited. Get your sailor ahoy matey outfits, pirate outfits, like aloha wear, anything that you think might work for a cruise ship yacht rock look. We can have that going on for this costume party. So I'm really excited. I don't know what I'm going to wear yet, but I'm going to figure it out because I love dressing up and I love costumes. I'll probably do something like a little bit tropical. So, last week and in the prior weeks, we've been talking about a special Sue bundle that you can get when you get your conference ticket. And let me just tell you what this bundle includes. It includes 90 minutes of opposing breakout class when you buy your Portrait Masters ticket. So Sue is teaching a special breakout class. It doesn't conflict with any of the other breakout classes. It was originally something you had to pay for, and now it is being included in your ticket for free. Plus, you would get the Sue's digital posing couples cards and her pose series class on the Portrait Masters store. So all of that combined is a $997 value. So basically $1,000 value. And we were giving this out when you got your conference ticket and also giving you a $300 discount on the conference ticket, taking it from $800 to $1,500. Now, I do want to say that that special deal with the old code has expired. However, because you are watching this broadcast live right now, you can still get that deal if you use the code Yacht Rock. So Yacht Rock is the code. That's why I mentioned the costume party theme, because it all ties in. So if you haven't gotten your ticket yet, go right now because you're watching this broadcast and you are able to get this special deal. You will type in the code Yacht Rock with your purchase. You'll get $300 off your ticket, plus that Sue bundle. That's $1,000 value with the posing breakout class at the conference, with her couples posing cards, with her pose series in the Portrait Master store. You don't want to miss out. Again, this isn't open to the general public. It's only open to you watching this live. So make sure you take action now and go to theportraitmasters.com to buy your ticket and put in that code Yacht Rock. So I also want to go over, well, what does your conference ticket include? So we've been talking about this a lot, but for anyone new to the scene who hasn't been paying attention, I do just want to quickly go over it. So at the conference, first of all, it's just always a really special event. We have amazing speakers. We have shooting bays, we have mentoring, we have a crazy trade show with great vendors, we have parties. So let me break down all those things for you. I think one of the most special things about the Portrait Masters conference is the shooting bays. We have beautiful shooting bays that are like, Sue curates these, she styles these, and you know that Sue's taste is impeccable, right? Like everything she does is so beautiful. And I've been to other photography conferences and like no knock on them, they're all great, but I have to say the Portrait Masters does have the best shooting bays. Like we really just, the styling on them, the models, and we have everything too. We have ones that are like more conceptual and we have ones that are more, I guess, what your typical client might look like to build your portfolio. So if you're looking for a great time to have fun shooting and experimenting, learn new lighting setups, play with new gear, the shooting bays are really what you want to be doing. And this year we also have something new where we have 5 DIY bays. So what does a DIY bay mean? It means that you guys can take turns photographing each other or be photographed, or just find anyone you want to photograph and put them in this DIY bay. And Kevin Conde, my good friend, is going to be supervising this one. And so I know that he's going to make it so fun and lively. And if you need a photo taken of you, I'm sure he'd be happy to step in. So this is a great way to get new headshots for yourself, new brand photos of yourself. Like this is going to be a really exciting feature that we have this year. And then we also this year have 2 very special new types of shooting bays called pool bays. So they will have little shallow pools where models can go in and you will be able to get these really cool shots. We did it in Italy this year. I was lucky enough to mentor at Sue's workshop at the Graffi Castle in Italy, and we had these pool bays, and like, look at these photos that Sue got from the pool bays. Look at how beautiful it is. It's so cool. It will really spark your creativity, and I don't know of any place anywhere that is offering something like this. So make sure to check these pool bays out. We also have new mentoring bays. We started this last year and it was really a hit. And so we're bringing it back this year. So all of my fellow portrait system mentors are going to be there. And these, again, will be at the trade show alongside the shooting bays. And what can you do with this? You can find your favorite mentors and you can come up to us and you can sit down and have sort of like a speed mentoring conversation. So you want to bring your portfolio and have us give you a portfolio critique. You want to bring your website, you want to get questions answered of where you're stuck in your business. It's really amazing. And I just want to shout out the mentors. So there's me, but there's also Kat Ford Coates, Ashleigh Taylor Roman, Tammy Zurich, Bethany Joes, Hadonica Murphy, Felicia Reed, Kitty McNeil, Ann Landstrom, and Linka Jones. And what's really cool is we all have our unique specialties as well. So if you are inspired by Bethany's like amazing galas that she throws for her clients, like you want to go to Bethany's Bay and just, this is a chance to essentially pick someone's brain, which I know we always are like, oh, we don't want to, just like most people are like, oh, don't sit down and pick my brain, but we are offering our brains up to you, right? Like this is your opportunity. You don't even have to buy us lunch. You can just come, sit, get your questions answered, and you can just essentially like pick Bethany's brain about like, how do you do an amazing party like this? Like, how could I pull this off in my hometown? Or if you have money mindset questions or how to raise your prices questions, like Felicia is so incredible with that. And I mean, Hadonica is just so inspiring and one of those people that when you know her, you're going to just love her and you're going to be like leaving filled with so much energy. Every single mentor is amazing. Like Kitty McNeil and Anne both have amazing stories of starting their career later in life. Lenka is in the UK, so if you're international, you might want to ask her questions about starting your business internationally. Everyone knows Kat and Sarai are incredible sales and posing. Like Tammy is amazing at networking. So all of the mentors have amazing skills and you should definitely use us and get your questions answered because it's a really cool feature. And again, something that I think is very unique to the Portrait Masters Conference. We also have an incredible just trade show floor. So if you want to build relationships and network with fellow vendors, if you want to see the latest products that are out there, whether they're print products, software, if you want to see gear, like this is the place that happens. And then you get to build a relationship. So I'll just shout out some of the incredible vendors that we have coming. We have Canon, Camera Exchange, B&H, Aftershoot. I mean, this slide says it all. Imogen, that's really cool. They're like an AI editing. I've heard really great things. I haven't met them. So like myself, I'm just looking at that and thinking, oh my gosh, I want to go check out and see a demo of how this works, right? But then, you know, I use Godoc's lighting, so I would love to see what is new to the market there. But I also am not like tied necessarily to that. So seeing all these different, like Nanlite has really cool continuous lighting. So just checking out these vendors, you're going to want to do it. And then we have parties. So who doesn't love a party? I feel like we do the best parties at the Portrait Masters and it's just such a good time. On Monday, we are starting with a Portrait Masters Awards ceremony and cocktail party. So if you have been participating in the awards and accreditation program, which PS deadline is, I believe, tomorrow to get your entries in for this round. So if you are someone who has participated in this at all over the years or specifically this year, it's a great time to be celebrated. Wear your medals if you've reached any level of accreditation. This is going to be just a really relaxed but very celebratory party. And then the next party we have is the pool party. So one of the great things about the Arizona Grand Resort is we have amazing, beautiful pools everywhere. And they have like their own little mini water park, which is where the pool party is. So that's just such a good time. You don't have to go in the pool if you don't want to. There's music playing. You can mingle. You don't have to wear a swimsuit, but I will be because I love swimming. Well, not really swimming, but like floating, treading water, relaxing in a pool. And so if you want to get in the pool, it's a great way to just kick off the beginning of the conference. And then my very favorite party, though, is always the silent disco party. And we have a costume aspect to that and a costume contest. So again, that theme is officially yacht rock. So get your sailor suit, finest cruise ship chic outfits on. I might go as like cruise ship granny. I'm not sure. I feel like a muumuu is in order for me on this particular, and like some lace, but whatever you are feeling to channel on this will be fabulous. What's really cool with the silent disco is if you haven't been to one before, we have headsets that we wear so the music isn't playing out loud. So if you do actually want to talk to someone, you're not screaming over loud music. But if you do love dancing like I do, you have different channels, and it's just so fun to dance. And maybe your friend's dancing to a completely different channel of music than you are. And it's just so fun and funny. And there's no way to explain it. You just have to be there. And of course, seeing everyone's costumes and just seeing how people dress up and how people get creative adds to the fun. And then our closing night party is a karaoke party. So karaoke is obviously like just a fun thing in itself, a fun bonding experience. But I have noticed that we have incredible singers in our community. It's amazing the level of talent. So it doesn't even usually feel like a karaoke party. It feels like you're getting tickets to an incredible concert with all these talented people just singing from their soul. And it's just a really warm, fun way to end this amazing conference. So like I said, we got those shooting bays, we got the trade show, we got the mentor sessions, we got parties. But let's get serious. There are amazing speakers as well. And of course, that's usually one of the huge draws of the conference is the education that you'll walk away with. I always leave this conference feeling invigorated and ready to bring new life into my business, both creatively and like, because there's live shooting demos on stage, and that always just leaves me inspired to try something new shooting wise in my business and up level my work. And then from a business perspective, there's a lot of inspiration as well. And we just have an incredible lineup of speakers this year. So of course we have Sue herself. It is the last year she is teaching at a photo conference. And I think we all know that watching Sue speak is like basically photo world Oprah speak. Like you just leave feeling inspired, crying, feeling a renewed sense of energy and hope about your business, and really motivated and fired up to make things happen for yourself. So of course you're going to love hearing Sue speak. We also have David Suh, who is one of our own Portrait Masters Portrait System community members. He was in the audience, in attendance for Sue's men's intensive workshop that you can still watch in the Portrait System membership. And he has created an incredible millions of people following him on TikTok. And he has the best energy. And I just know that we are all going to leave his talk feeling so inspired. And then we have talks that include live shooting demos from Elena Blair, Jerry Guiones, Kesha Lambert, Loretta Houston, Ore Adesina, Terry Hofford, and Scott Robert Lim. So I know that we are all going to take so much away from those talks as well. It is really an A-list lineup of speakers, and you just can't get better than this. Another thing that happens at the conference that you might not think about is networking. So I know that sounds like, oh, networking, but really the friendships that we make in this community can help us so much. And I personally didn't realize like how powerful it was until this year, when I've been traveling a lot and shooting in different places, and knowing that you can like have a friend anywhere in the world in this photography community. If you need to borrow gear, if you need to just have lunch or dinner with someone. I was in Chicago last week. That's why I wasn't hosting this. And I, on 2 different days, because I was traveling by myself, met up with 2 people that I know from this conference and community. And that was so, so special. And I was able to borrow a reflector from one of them when I needed it, so I didn't have to travel with it. So you just never know. You might need to rent a studio in another state. You, like, again, just might want to hang out with someone. And having this community of photographers that have your back is so, so powerful. So do not miss the opportunity to network. And then we have breakout classes. So this is something that is brand new this year. So you might not be familiar with it because we've never done it before, but it's really exciting. These are add-on classes that you can add on to your ticket and have a more intimate learning classroom style experience with incredible instructors. And they are filling out fast. In fact, many of the breakout classes are already sold out. So if you've been thinking about getting a breakout class, you definitely want to sign up now. I'll be talking with Damali in a minute. She's teaching a breakout class. I'm teaching a breakout class. I think our two breakout classes are very like, they play off each other well. I think if you went to both of ours, you would walk away being a marketing superstar and ready to like kick butt in your business. Um, but there are incredible instructors. So let me just break it out for you. Of course, Sue is teaching that breakout class, but everybody is going to get that ability to see it if you buy your ticket. Catford Coates has a breakout class, Ashleigh Taylor Roman. Myself, I'm teaching Facebook ads live in person. This isn't something that I normally teach live and in person. Plus, I've added a bonus that I will do a follow-up group coaching Zoom Q&A. Sorry, I messed that up. Zoom Q&A session a couple weeks after the live so that I can follow up and help anyone troubleshoot their ads that they may have set up in the class. That is an extra bonus that I'm giving away if you sign up to my breakout class. So hopefully that makes you excited to learn ads and start getting more bums and seats in your business. Damaly Shepherd, who I'll be talking to in a minute. She is so good with copy and marketing and helping you speak your message out so that people want to book with you. We have Richard Wood, Leslie Andrews, Nikki Klosser, Felicia Reed. You do not want to miss out on these breakout classes. And I know it can be a little confusing when you look at the schedule, but you can take, I think, up to 3 classes. So you can take an A1 course and both the B tracks. So that would get you 3, or you could take 2 A classes. So you could do like 2 or 3, or you could take 2 B classes. So if that's confusing, look at the website, and you can also email support if you have questions, if like you're worried about making sure that you don't sign up for something that's going to be in conflict. And again, everyone, no matter which A and B courses you sign up for, will be able to do C, which is Sue's breakout. I also want to talk to you guys about swag, because we have so much good swag this year, and I even got some swag, so I want to just like hold it up for you because it's so cute. I would be wearing it right now, but it's too hot and I would be sweaty, which we don't want. But like, look at how cute this little hoodie is. I don't really know if you can see it, but it says professional poser. It's cropped. It's super snuggly. And I love that I'm really petite. If you guys haven't met me in the real life, people always think I'm tall, but I'm the opposite of tall. I'm 4'11", and so this is cropped, so it fits really well. It's not like when you're a lady and you kind of buy like things that are too big and bulky on you, and that's not the look you're going for. So I really like this one. But we have t-shirts, we have different water bottles, tumblers, tanks, bags, things like there's a charger thing for your wireless devices. We also have like baseball hats. These professional poser ones are so cool because it's just a conversation starter. People be like, well, what does that mean? And you can tell them about your business. We also have, I didn't get this yet, but I think I'm going to hit buy on it today. We have a blanket. I know it's hot right now and it's like, I can't wear the sweatshirt and I'm not going to be able to wear the blanket right away, but I love nothing more than snuggling up on the couch after a long day of shooting in the fall and winter with a blankie. So you might want to check that out. And you need to order this swag. I think today might be the deadline, so that you can pick it up for the show. So let me just, let's see. Well, just go by that now and we'll clarify in the chat what the deadline is, but it really is coming down to the wire if you want to be able to get your swag. Okay, I've said this before. I will say it again. This is Sue's last big photo conference, last conference that she's teaching. You do not want to miss it, basically. If you have ever seen Sue Bryce speak online, you know that she is an incredible speaker and that she is an incredible teacher and that she motivates you. But let me tell you, when you see her speak in person, and I am very, very lucky that I have had so many opportunities since I met her in 2013 to see her live. And it just gets better every single time. When you see her live, there is nothing that can explain the energy in the room. There is nothing that can explain how motivated you feel when you leave the room. Literally, I think the woman has magic coming out of her fingertips, because every time I have seen her speak live, I have reached shortly after unlocked a new level in my personal and business growth. Magic starts happening in my life. Like, she's just really incredible, and I think we should celebrate her. And instead of being sad that it is bittersweet that this is the last photo conference that she's teaching, but I think this is an incredible opportunity to really soak in all the goodness of her teaching at a photo conference one last time, to learn from her, to be uplifted by her, and to celebrate all the amazing things she's taught us over the past many years that she has been speaking and teaching in the photo world. So I just want to stress that if you haven't seen her speak live yet, if you have, but you know it's incredible, this is really your opportunity to come and get in on the action. She is amazing, and this conference is going to be very special. And she's even said herself in the private Facebook group that is for conference ticket holders that she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so emotional about this. I'm going to be crying. She posted a preview of some of the styling she's doing for the shooting bays. Like, she is going all out for this last year, and she wants to make it the best. I just know that. And so you want to be there. You do not want to miss this. Like, I'm saying that so sincerely. You do not want to miss this. Go right now to theportraitmasters.com, put in the code Yacht Rock, and get your ticket, because if you don't, you will be kicking yourself in the butt for probably the rest of your life. So you want to do this right now. Okay. I also want to say that this is the last conference in Phoenix, Arizona. So that's right. This is the last time we're having the Portrait Masters at the Arizona Grand Resort in Arizona. Next year, it will be part of WPPI in Las Vegas, and it's going to be really great. Like, I don't want anyone to walk away from this feeling like next year is not going to be good. It's going to be amazing. I think being in Vegas is going to offer so many cool opportunities, and being paired up with WPPI is going to make it such a really educational, cool event with so many possibilities. And it will be a little bit cheaper next year when it's in Vegas, to make it more accessible for people. It will also only be 2 days, but then, of course, you can bundle that up with WPPI and make it a little bit longer of an experience. And it will be more intimate next year as well. So be excited for next year in WPPI. Don't be sad, because it's not going away. We're still going to make sure that next year is a really cool event. But this is the last chance to get in on it, as it's been, as it's historically been at the Arizona Grand Resort, with the pools and just the beautiful scenery of Arizona, and in that time of year where you can use the pools. And it's just the last time that will be just like this, and with our Sue. So I would really say, if you haven't experienced it before, come. If you have experienced it before, but you were thinking you could sit this year out, no. You have to come this year, you guys. You're gonna regret it. So again, the code is Yacht Rock. You're gonna get $300 off your ticket when you use that code. You are going to also get the Sue bundle that includes her Portrait Masters course, her digital posing cards, and of course the breakout session. So go to theportraitmasters.com, use the code Yacht Rock, get the Sue bundle, get the $300 off. You don't want to miss it. Okay, so there are some questions being asked, and then I'm going to bring out Damali, but I just want to get to your questions. So how long does the Yacht Rock code last? So it is going to last until 11:59 p.m. Pacific on Monday, August 14th. So you only have a couple of days to use it. One thing I really want to stress is that we have PayPal that you can pay with this year. So I know for some people, like it is a big investment, and maybe that's the thing holding you back. So there is an option in PayPal to split the payments up into 4 payments. I believe it's called Pay Later. That is done through PayPal, not through us. But if you choose the option to pay with PayPal, you can do that. So, if things are tight right now and you weren't planning on spending a whole $1,500 chunk right now, take advantage of the PayPal pay later option. Don't let this be the thing that holds you back. I would take action on that code immediately and the PayPal offer. Okay, and then another question, and I had this question when Yacht Rock was first a glimmer of possibility, is what does one wear to a Yacht Rock party? So again, it's kind of anything boating, boating related. You can be a sailor, a captain, a pirate, a mermaid, tropical, aloha wear. You can wear your best muumuu. I'm for sure feeling some Mrs. Roper vibes coming out of me from Three's Company, some muumuu and some lei action, like a little fake lei around my neck feels like just the comfort level I'm looking for. You could also be a very glamorous cruise goer. You could channel someone who has a private yacht. You could be the left shark from the Katy Perry thing. Like, honestly, the options are up to you and your creativity. So just picture a boat on the ocean, and then what funny costume could be related to it, and you've got yourself a Yacht Rock costume. So I hope that helps clarify and get some creative juices going. And so someone is asking like, whoa, wait, this is the last year. And yes, again, this is the last year that the conference is happening in Arizona and with Sue's involvement. But next year, we're going to join forces with WPPI, and we're still going to have your favorite experiences like mentor one-to-ones, like with people such as myself, the shooting bays. We're still going to have great speakers and great deals. And I think you'll have access to the trade show that WPPI has, which is really, really big and super cool. And we're still going to be creating an amazing, intimate experience for everyone in our community. So it's not ending, it is changing, and change can be hard, but it can also be a really, really good thing. So just stay tuned for that. And then another question that's being asked is, will there still be the Portrait Masters Awards and accreditation, or is that somehow being combined with WPPI as well? So nothing is changing with the Portrait Masters Awards and accreditation program, and nothing is changing with the Portrait Masters store and all the courses in there. So please, if you love those resources, do not sweat. Do not sweat if you are stressed out about the awards and accreditation. It's not going anywhere. It's there for you. And the conference is not going away. It is just changing. So if you want to experience it with Sue and in the way that it has been done over, like historically over the years at the Arizona Grand Resort, this is your year to experience it that way. And then going forward, it will be a little bit different, but it will still be amazing. Okay, I want to bring on our very special guest. She's someone that I adore. I am always inspired by her, Damaly Shepherd. She has a new course in the Portrait Masters store, and I'm just so excited for you. So welcome, Damaly.
Thank you. I feel the same way.
Oh, okay. Well, I know your course like literally just came out, right? So I wanted to spend like 1 minute telling everyone about it. And yeah, like I'm celebrating you. This is so exciting.
Thank you. It's such an amazing week that it is finally out. We've been working on this for so long. So I'm so grateful to the people who've had it, who've messaged me, and who are working their way through it. So real quick, my name is Damaly Shepherd. I'm a portrait and branding photographer. I'm based in New York City, New York. My studio's in Brooklyn, and I'm also a messaging coach. And so Words for Photographers is the course I created because one of the biggest questions I love to ask is, why aren't you sharing that? When I talk to photographers, they have the best stories, the best sentiments, and we have all these unhidden fears around being more visible. And so my course is meant to help you connect to your voice, your value, and your vision so that you can put your stuff out there and sell the work, get back to selling your work. So yeah.
I love that. You are always so inspiring, and I feel like you truly live what you teach. You're always putting like the best messages out there. And anyone who follows Damali online, like you will know what she stands for and what her business is about within like 2 days, because she really does practice what she teaches. And it's incredibly inspiring. And I know that people say they want to be like, they want the courage to be more like you. And I know that your course is going to help bring that out in them.
Thank you so much. That's like one of the highest compliments you can get. So thank you, Ashleigh.
Well, it is very sincere. And the really exciting thing is not only can people buy your course now, but if they're coming to the conference, they can attend your breakout class. So maybe tell people a little bit like what's the difference between the two? Why should people maybe do both?
Yeah, I think that you should do both. Okay, so let's talk about it, right? I get how it could be a tiny bit confusing. So during Words for Photographers, one of my non-negotiables was that I had to have an audience there because this work changes so much based on the photographer that I'm speaking to. So in the course, you get these case studies with photographers from multiple genres where we get to work through this content together. However, you're still just watching it happen, right? Which is where the difference for the breakout class comes in. During the breakout class, we're going to apply these techniques to your business because that's really where a lot of the feelings, emotions, blocks come up, and we can help knock it out. So during the class, there's 2 sections that I'll be teaching from the course. The first one is Capture Your Essence, which the thing I love to say is it's so much fun to sell something that you understand. And I think that when we start our businesses, we get so caught up in the doing that we forget our whys. And so this segment really helps us connect back to why IPS, why did we choose the kind of why glamour, why portraits, why branding, right? And the great part about the breakout class is now you get to discuss it all together in the room, be inspired by other people's stories. And you're just like writing down the entire time because you're like, oh my God, I remember this. Now I remember this. And it's like this great like wealth of content that you get to go and share. And then the second part, the one I'm most excited about that we'll be talking about during my breakout class is Words for Your Campaign. So I will be talking you through how to create a campaign. And no, does not necessarily just mean like a 40 over 40 or an as I am, right? This can also be to sell any package that you want to. So I'm going to take you through the method that I do when I want to sell something, which is to decide like, this is the offer, this is how many I want to sell. And then we get to connect to the offer and figure out what's so special about it? What are the values that connect to it? Why is it so important to my client, right? And then you get my 20 plus content prompts, which is going to walk you through how to talk about this all the way through. So my hope for my breakout class, folks, is that you're going to be writing on the airplane ride home, 1, because you want to and you're excited about it, and 2, so that it can be done, because this is a really important part, but we really want to do what we love, which is be behind the camera. And our messaging is just going to help us get us closer to that.
Yeah, that sounds incredible. And I can imagine that like if you already own your portrait master's course, which is, pre-recorded, obviously, that they're watching, and that when they're in the room with you at the conference, they're just going to have that much more like already understanding and underlying foundations so that they can just get that much more juice out of being with you in person. So it's like they don't have to learn the fundamentals. They can just like really take in the coaching and being with you like intimate
and
space.
I say use it 2 different ways, right? If you've already taken it, come because you had specific questions. I think the beauty of this content is that it shifts so much based on the person who's receiving it. So now we get to be like, oh, actually, I got stuck, right? I have these feelings about this, and we can talk about those issues as they come up during the breakout class. And then the second part is, say you're not sure about it, come and get a taste of what the course is at the breakout class. So you can use this in either way.
Yeah, that's so true. And like, it's such a cool opportunity that we're even doing these breakout classes this year, because in the past, this is the first time we've done them. And it really does give people at the conference, like, it is an intimate conference, but it gives them an even more intimate way to really connect with speakers rather than just listening to a keynote, for example.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's so important because we love the keynotes, but there's nothing for me, right? One-on-one coaching, group coaching, right? Like that's where I really get to apply these methods in real time. So I love that we're offering breakout classes this session.
Yeah. And I love like everything that you teach, because one of the things that happens with what I teach, which is Facebook ads, is a lot of times people don't realize how important the wording that they choose to use for their ad copy and also their landing page the ad is going to take them to describe the offer to them, like how much that can really impact the results that you have with your ads. And if a lot of times people think that they're being clear about something when they're really not. And that's like one of the number one things when someone tags me in a question and is like, hey, can you check out my landing page? It's usually, hey, I don't think you're being as clear as you think you are. So I feel like if someone is learning from me, they should be learning from you as well.
I agree. We joked in private messenger that we should have taught this together, maybe next time, because it is so complimentary and you're also so amazing at snapping to it because you understand it so well because of Facebook ads. So yeah, they're so super complimentary. I feel like the Facebook ads and words together, like if you bundle that together for this, you're going to really be going home ready to power and rock off for the rest of the year.
Yeah, and it is possible, just so people know what the schedule is, to take both classes. It's not like it's one of those ones that conflicts. It is possible to take both our classes, and then you could literally be taking what you learned from Damali, using it to, you're going to learn about a campaign, make the Facebook ads for that campaign, start getting clients and making money. And so this is ROI, like return on investment happening right here.
Big time. Do it.
Okay, so we talked a little bit about the breakout class and the new course, but I also just want to talk about the conference in general because it is the last one that is at the Arizona Grand and with Sue. And so what are you excited for this year? Like what, besides teaching of course, I know you're excited.
I'm excited to be teaching, but also I love being in the crowd. If you know me, I love being in the crowd. So this is going to be my third TPM conference.
Wow.
And I think I'm so this year, because I've been so many times, right? I'm the most excited about the connections that you just make, right? Like when my first time in 2019, I ended up having breakfast with Matthew Jordan Smith and hearing some cool stories about Japan, right? I bumped into like just the best people in the friend group. The friend group that I made that year is such a huge part of the reason why I still have a business. They helped me through COVID. They helped me through life things. And so like, that's what I'm most excited about, that in a pool. I'm so excited to just see who am I going to meet? What new connections am I going to make? How am I going to be inspired? Like, that's the part that I'm the most excited about. I love everything though. And I'm here for everything.
Yay. And then my other question is, do you have a favorite TPM memory since you have been in the past?
Ooh, this is hard. There's so many. I have so many to pull from. I'm going to say the one that's coming up the most is when I went in 2019. I consider 2019 like my first time like having a business, right? Because it's when I went full time, and that was like my celebration of that. And so I really went to be inspired and to learn and to grow. And I sat in that room with Cara Maria and Sue, Bryce, and I just silently bawled the entire week. Like I could not stop crying. And I remember being on the plane ride home, just writing out my notes and all of the plans that I was going to make. And so like, I really attribute that conference for just like filling me up and giving me everything that I needed as I started this really big deal thing of like being full-time in my business by myself. Like it really helped me do that. And I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah, I have to just echo what you say because it does light a fire under you. And like, I know maybe someone's listening like, oh, you cried the whole time. Like that doesn't sound good, but like it is. You're just like learning about, I think it's like, it's not a sad cry. It's like a unveiling of yourself cry. Like, yeah, I don't know.
I feel like it helped, like those, especially with like Cara Maria and then Sue, those were those moments where I was like, there's so much bigness out there for me. And also it's when I had the moment when Sue was speaking where I was like, I want to be on that stage. And a few years later I was. So you don't know what is going to come. I didn't go there for that, right? I was just starting, but like I left feeling so inspired and able to be in touch with what I wanted and like with a plan to do that myself. So yeah, I just love everything about it.
Yeah. And I have to say, one of my favorite TPM memories is actually with you last year when we were backstage, because you were like, it was all behind. So I was backstage and I think it was Kat was on stage, and then you were about to go for your talk. And I was like feeling the nervous because I was like the longer I sit waiting for something, the more nervous I get. And we like I did a little like setting our intention together, and that was just a really special moment for me. And then I got to see you go on stage and rock it. And then yeah, and it was just like that was just such a like the same thing, because I have been since the first one, and it was always my dream to be on stage too. So to have that like special backstage moment and then to be on the stage, it was all very surreal and very, very cool and special. And I'm very glad that you were the person that was right before me to center myself with.
Thank you too, because I was freaking out, and here comes this angel Ashleigh asking me if I wanted to send intention, and it just let my heart rate drop and get into the zone. So thank you for that. Like, it was so helpful.
Oh, I'm glad. Well, I know I can't wait to see you in person again this year, because again, we all live in different places. So Damaly's an East Coast girl, I'm a West Coast girl. So we don't really get to like we get to connect on Messenger or online, but we don't really get to connect in real life that often. And that's the thing about this community is we all get to connect in one place for a few special magical days at this conference, and it just fills your cup so much. And I can't wait to see you, Damaly, in the real life, not on Zoom live.
Like we really underestimate how much a few words to someone else can do in our lives. And I just think like the information to being like, oh my God, are you struggling with that? Hold on, let me show you this. Let me tell you that, right? That is the energy of this community and this group. And it happens all in person at TPM in just the most explosive, magical way. I love it.
I love it too. Well, I can't wait to see you in person. Thank you so much for coming on. I'm so excited about your class. Please, everyone, go check out her breakout class. Go check out her portrait master story class. And come to the conference and see both of us and learn from both of us. That would be so cool to have some students overlap, because I think we could really make some magic for you guys.
Yes, this is the best time of the year, and I cannot wait to see y'all in September. So soon.
Yeah, it's a few weeks away. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I love Damaly. She's just amazing. So we have some questions, and then I am going to answer those, and then I am going to also announce our not conference winners, our contest winners who got conference tickets and other swag and gift cards to the TPM store, which you could use those gift cards to buy Damaly's new course or one of my courses, just saying. So let's see. We have this question come up. Can you tell me more about the hotel that the conference is at? So yes, Arizona Grand is in Phoenix, Arizona. It's a very short drive from the airport. You can easily get an affordable taxi, Uber, Lyft ride to the airport. And it is just a beautiful resort. It's one of those resorts that, like, you know, a resort where you go and you kind of plop and you just get to relax and unwind, and everything is there for you. Like, there's food options, there's pools, like you're just taken care of the whole time you are there. That is the Arizona Grand Resort. It is really an incredible place. They have a water park. Like, so if you came with your family, for example, and you were doing the conference, you could have your family entertained all day with the water park. And then of course you're also in a big city, which is Phoenix, Arizona. So if you did have family that wanted to go out and do stuff while you were in the conference, or if you wanted to come in a few days early and enjoy Phoenix, you could totally do that. But the hotel, it's beautiful. You can share a room with someone. If you buy a ticket and you're, like money is just stressing you out, come get the ticket, join our Facebook group. That's for ticket holders only. We have a thread for finding roommates. You definitely want to stay at the hotel. I think if you want to stay at the hotel, because it's just going to be so convenient. Everything happens at the hotel. The parties happen at the hotel. We have the speakers happening at the hotel, the breakout classes, the trade show, right? And then you have pools. There's a spa. So like if you want to get a massage, a facial, like the world is your oyster. There's a Mexican restaurant with margaritas and chips and salsa for you to enjoy. Like, you've got it all at the Arizona Grand Resort. So I hope that answers your question. I also want to tell you that if you did grab a ticket, if you did decide to say yes today, please go shout out that you are coming in our Facebook group, not just the one that's for people going to the conference, but in the portrait system members group, or just make a Facebook post, a social media post. Get friends to come with you. This is more fun when you have friends. Yes, you will make friends and meet friends and see old friends, but you could also bring friends that are in your local community and carpool or travel together. So it is just going to be such a great time. Also, we're going to be back here. I'm going to be back here with you and a new special guest next week, and we'll have more fun announcements and giveaways. So make sure you tune in next week as well. There was a couple more questions that are coming in now about the hotel, so let me just get to those. One person asked, are there still even rooms left at the hotel? So yes, there are rooms left at the hotel with our booking link, and there's a little discount banked in. So if you go to the website for the conference and you find the hotel link, you can click that link. The discount is baked in. You can get that. Is the Yacht Rock party outside? No, it's in an air-conditioned ballroom. You are not going to sweat in your Yacht Rock costume. Or if you do, it's because you were dancing just that hard that even the air conditioning couldn't help you. It's going to be really fun. It's always really fun. And all the rooms are air conditioned. So actually, that is a good point. In Arizona, it's great to dress in layers because outside it can be warm, but inside it is very air conditioned. So I personally like to wear like a dress or like light pants and a tank top, and then have like some sort of light sweater jacket over it that I can take on and off. And if you're a dude, just apply that to, to menswear, like maybe shorts, a t-shirt, and a hoodie or something like that. Okay, I think I have answered all the questions. So again, before I announce the contest winners, you know I got to do it. I got to remind you to get that ticket with the code Yacht Rock. Again, that's going to save you $300. So your ticket is $1,500. You're going to get the Sue bundle with the posing cards, the posing series in the Portrait Master store, and her posing breakout class that is part of TPM. Use that code Yacht Rock. Get that deal. It is only for people who have viewed this broadcast, so you want to hop on it. Okay, we had a contest that went on over the past few days, and you may have seen my little face on social media talking to you about it. And in that contest, we have a bunch of winners. We are giving away swag, TPM store gift cards, Portrait Masters Awards entries, Portrait System membership giveaway, and we have some grand prize winners who won a ticket to the conference as well as their hotel stay. So I'm really excited to share these contest winners with you. So they're going to advance on the slide. And these are the winners of the swag. So if you see your name on this slide, there's a lot of names, so I'm not going to read it all out. I do see some of my friends, though. So yay, friends, you have won. You have won swag. So email support@theportraitmasters.com to get your swag prize. And then let's see the next slide, because there's more winners coming. Okay, if you see your name on this slide, it means you won a gift card to the Portrait Master store. So that is an incredible prize. You can use that on anything in the Portrait Master store. And just email support@theportraitmasters.com to claim that prize. If you see your name on this slide, you've won a gift card. Okay, next slide. We have Portrait Masters entry. So you're winning $100 toward Portrait Masters awards and accreditation entries. So that is really cool if you need to kind of get a check on how your work is doing, holding up. Is it professional standard? Or if you just want to enter the contest for the fun of sharing creative images, which is something I love to do, and your name is on the slide, you won $100 to Portrait Masters Awards and accreditation entries. So again, email support@theportraitmasters.com to claim that prize. And then we have more prizes. Okay, So this is a really cool one. If your name is on the slide, you won a year to the membership of the portrait system. That's an amazing value. So much education. I mean, this is really a high value prize. So congratulations to everyone who's won prizes so far. But I think this is one that's super duper exciting. Email support at theportraitmasters.com to get your membership. And I think we might be at our grand prize. So Johanna, so sorry, I'm probably butchering this name. Lehtinen, Johanna Lehtinen. So sorry, I'm sure I'm not saying that right, but the good news is you won the grand prize from this contest. So I am so excited for you, and congratulations. Email support at theportraitmasters.com to get to claim your prize. And for those who were on live today, I'm very excited about one of these names because I know she wanted to win so bad. We are announcing 5 TPM conference ticket winners. I think he said earlier it was only going to be 3, but hey, we're surprising you with 5 winners of conference tickets today on this live. So Mika Larson, Terry Spray, Elizabeth Bailey, Rachel Lout, and Sarah Hassenfuss. I always say your last name wrong. So sorry, friend. Hassenfuss. Sarah, I know you are probably like screaming right now because I know how much you wanted to win this ticket. So I'm so excited for all of you winners. I can't wait to see you at the show. Thank you for joining me for another broadcast. If you want a chance to win awesome prizes, please join us again next week. We'll have new exciting announcements, more prizes. I'll answer more of your questions. We're just going to run through those prize winners again in case you missed your name on these slides. But thank you so much. Again, it's always so fun to be here live with you, Ed, but I really can't wait to be with you at the conference. So I hope you get that ticket. Use that code Yacht Rock. Join us. It's going to be a great time. You will regret it. I know you will regret it if you do not come. So you want to be there. Don't have any regrets. Don't leave anything on the table. You are going to definitely be leaving so fired up and ready to make this business this year your best year yet in your business. So you don't want to miss out. Thank you again so much to Damali for joining me this week. Can't wait to see you in person. Please go check out her class in the Portrait Master store. It's brand new and it's amazing, and you are going to learn so much from it. Don't forget, the breakout classes for the conference are an additional purchase and they are selling out quickly. So if you want to guarantee your spot, you definitely want to go check that out and get that extra breakout class booked. So see you at the show. Use that code Yacht Rock. I can't wait. It's going to be the best ever. And I can't wait till next week. See you later, guys.